Okay, we have an urgent alert missing a 5-year-old Johnathan Everett Boley. He has not been seen since December 31st. He is said to be 4 in this picture. He's actually 5. There's a deep concern regarding his absence because the father was said to return him to the mother yesterday and didn't. The father has a criminal history and is not cooperating right now. His dog is also missing, and the mother has no idea where the kids are. And the father has hampered the search because of explosives that were found in his home, if you can imagine. So we're going to just read this article here. And I'm going to show you a news briefing of little Johnathan Boley was last seen Wednesday morning on Highway 195 in Jasper. The ALE issues emergency missing child alert for 4-year-old boy. Now, again, he's 5. This picture reminds me of Gus Lamont. Jasper, Alabama, ALEA had issued an emergency missing child alert for the 4-year-old, since confirmed to be 5-year-old boy from Jasper. Johnathan Boley was last seen on December 31st at 11 a.m. That's yesterday. It's 5:46 p.m. Eastern as I read this, January 1st, Thursday. So we're a day in and a day and a half in here. Day in the 6 hours in. December 31st, 11:30 a.m. was last seen at the 7,000th block of Highway 195 in Jasper. He was last seen wearing a yellow Mickey Mouse shirt, black pants, and Paw Patrol shoes. If anyone has any information regarding the whereabouts of Johnathan, contact the Walker County Sheriff's Office at 205-384-7218 or call 911. Now, I want to read to you a little bit more here about this child. It's concerning because of the father's past. Let's just watch a news clip and you'll know what I mean. Just listen in. We're going to get an update from Sheriff Nick Smith this morning in an update. Listen in.
Kind of to update everybody where we're at. So yesterday, law enforcement, we received a call about 12:28 about a missing 4-year-old child. Turns out the child is 5. The information that we were initially given, it was 4, but he is 5 years old, that he was missing. Law enforcement arrived on the scene at about 1:02 with RPS. They cleared the house just to make sure that he wasn't inside the house. We begin, so since about 1:15, we've had drones with thermal as well as aviation in the air up to about 3 o'clock this morning. Aviation's refueling, they're on their way back. We haven't gotten any heat sensors. We haven't gotten any indication that the child is in the woods, other than the 6-year-old brother says that the last time that he saw his brother was on the wood line. They crossed under the fence. And that was the last time he went back to tell the father that Bubba had crossed the fence line. So the child is missing along with a dog. The dog's Buck. Dog's name is Bub. It's a black lab. It's got a large white patch on its chest. Has no collar. So we have not found the dog as well. So we haven't seen any indications. Last night we found some deer, but we found no dogs, so we haven't found the dog yet either. Nearby neighbor said that the dog was consistently coming on the field every day on his deer camera. He hasn't had the dog on the camera since the 26th of this month. So,
Oh my God. Hasn't seen the dog that is missing with the child since the 26th of the month. The father, as we said earlier, as I said, we will show you a clip in a second of this sheriff telling us that they had to stop the search yesterday because the father has a criminal history and has explosive devices in his home and only sees his kids, this child rather, not the brother, but this child. I don't know anything about the brother, whether this is the same father to both boys or not, but there's a 5 and a 6-year-old in the home. We're talking about the missing 5-year-old Johnathan Everett. Why he's missing and the dog and not the other brother, Could be that he walked out the back with the dog, but here's the concern. If the dog hasn't been seen and he's regularly seen and he hasn't been seen since the 26th, this is January 1st, and the children were supposed to be returned yesterday from this father who is only allowed to see this child 5 days a year. How many days is that? The 26th to the 31st. So that seems to me that's the 5 days that he would have had this child. And did he take off with this child? Who knows? But let's listen up. Let's just pray that's not the case and that he's just wandered off and they find him. But listen up. We're going to just show his face after we listen to this clip. I'll show you a little bit more of this video. Please share and pray that Johnathan is found. We're going into the second night here if he's in the forest. God willing, prayers will find him.
Here was with the EMA. They're going to stay here and kind of organize the groups and where to search and things of that nature. Stay away from the house. The house is taped off. We have a search warrant to execute there. We have some things that we have to clear out of the house. We can do the search of the house because of the threat of explosive devices possibly out in the woods and inside the house. So we don't want any civilians or search members anywhere around the house. So.
Oh my God. He just said possible explosives in the bush as well. Let's watch another quick video. As I said, this is going to be another video showing us how dangerous this situation is. We will discuss this on tomorrow's live. Pray that there's an update by then, but listen in. This is concerning.
Call about a missing 4-year-old turned out to be a missing 5-year-old at 12:28 yesterday. Once law enforcement deputies got on the scene, they cleared the residence with RPS just to make sure that the children wasn't hiding in the house. Once we were able to determine that the children wasn't hiding inside the residence, we got our drones in the air, aviation support from Aaliyah, Jefferson County. So we've been working ground crews since about 1:15 and drones and aviation using thermals and things of that nature. Used Donaldson K9s yesterday. We went all the way through the night to about 3 o'clock in the morning. The aviation went to refuel. We started back up this morning. We had an overwhelming response of individuals from the community, surrounding communities, who wanted to come out and help search and help us find this missing 5-year-old. Now, as far as an update, obviously this morning when we briefed, we made sure that people understand the search warrant for the property, that they're having to take care of some explosive devices before we can actually get inside the residence and start doing a thorough search. There's been evidence of explosive devices on the property during the search, and we have suspended the search for civilians. We've asked them to refrain from searching at this time until we're able. We have identified at least 8 other potential explosive devices. We do not believe that they're charged, but I cannot say that to be sure until they're examined by the FBI bomb explosives team. So we've got those 8 spots that's across the street marked and identified, waiting on them to assess the situation.
And do you guys have any kind of indication on why these explosive devices may have been on the property to begin with?
The father's prior military. It's just something that neighbors have said they've been hearing explosions for weeks now. They didn't really know where it was coming from. The morning before the report came in, one of the neighbors reported that they heard an explosion about 4 a.m. that morning. They just didn't know where it came from.
Oh my God. I was talking without unmuting. My apologies. So I'm very concerned to hear these explosives have been going on for several days. This father seems to be a little concerning for the police, so let's pray for their quick and safe return. We will cover more of this on our live tomorrow morning, January 2nd, 11 a.m. Eastern. Send some prayers, please, for 5-year-old missing Johnathan Boley. It doesn't sound like he's in a safe situation, potentially. Whether he's lost in the bush with his dog or whether dad has done something, let's send some prayers and let's hope for positive updates on this case when we go live at our 11 a.m. January 2nd, Jack and Lily coverage. Send some prayers, love and light, do the YouTubey things. Cheers.